Hello. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Bo. Hey, lurkers. How are you? Got a couple people I know wanted to try and catch this, so I want to wait and see if they pop in. Making chili. I'm doing alright. I'm not making chili. Oh, it's fine. It's just a leisurely hangout, looking at stuff. Oh, I bet. You may have more questions to send. That's fine. I'll actually be announcing the official date during this stream. We actually have the official date set up now. Yeah, I know Greg and CM specifically wanted to catch this, so hopefully they realize I'm on. I would think that you, of all people, would not have trouble finding questions. I'd love to do that as a live stream someday, but I always have to do it at his shop, so can't really do it. Hey, Greg. Yeah, it happens. That's what I always say. It depends on what grader you get and what mood they're in. That's why I don't do graded coins. I prefer raw. I mean, if graded coins is your thing, that's fine. I just think a lot of people get way too hung up on the slabs. All that matters to me is, do I like the coin? That's it. I don't get hung up on what number is on it. Yeah, they're still on a quite backed up from COVID and everything. But I mean, even when they're running the way they're supposed to be running, it's still like, it's what, like a 30-day turnaround from when you send them to when you get back? You know, don't want to take away from them grading their, you know, their 5 million silver eagles every year. And all the first day of issue stuff and all that fun stuff, which is the majority of their business is doing those. People like us sending stuff in to get graded is a very, very small percentage of their business. All right, so I mentioned this on Monday that I just got in a set of silver Hungarian Dinars. They're all from the 1500s. So the date range on these is, the oldest one is from 1538, and the date ranges from 38 to 1579. And it spans 3 liters through that time. Hit a pothole, hit into the bank, and blew 2 tires. Good Lord. That means those tires are ready to go anyway. If a small pothole did that.
Bo's bending something. What the hell?
Don't be bending them unless you really want them. These things are on this week's list that you got in your email. The 1538's already sold. Greg already grabbed it. But all right, let's have a look at these. Bent the rims. Good Lord. That sucks. So yeah, so for those of you that are on the mailing list, these are on this week's lot list, which I mailed out this morning. And again, the 38 is already gone. Greg already got it. So that's the first one we're going to be looking at. So Greg gets to see his coin. So there is yours, Greg. $17.38. Yeah, some weird the way they do their numbers. Or at least the 7. Their 7 looks weird. So you have the date and then the leader, Ferdinand. And then the Hungarian shield. Or 15. It's not a 7. It's a 5. That's why it looks like a 5. I'm an idiot. 15.38. And then let's put it up right. There we go. The obverse. You'll see it more clearly on some of the other ones. But it's like, I don't know if it's just a woman or an angel or what, but it's like it's a person. Patrona. Hungarian Patrona sounds like something off Harry Potter. So that George Greg from 1538. And 1539. By the way, for reference, these are about the size of a dime. Maybe a little bit bigger than a dime. I don't know. Let's see. Here's a penny. Yeah, about the size of a dime. And then there is that reverse in much better condition on this one. The woman holding a child. So when you get back this far, they don't really have records of like mintage numbers, and I think it's pretty much figured that the best purities they could do back then was somewhere between about 83 and 80, I think it was 83 and 88% for the silver purity. And, you know, their refining techniques, that was about the best they could manage. This one is the 43, 1543. And of course, I was super stoked that I had the opportunity to get these. I've been enjoying just looking at them. And then the 44. Yeah, so right now these are all the Ferdinand ears. 52. $56. Yep, $40 each. $57. Is it just me, or does the D on that one look like it's trying to slide right off the coin? Like, hey, get back on there, D. We still need you. Yeah, that's not just me. That D is higher than the edge. And again, the way these were made back then was they would basically drop a little dollop of silver, put basically the mold thing on it, and then hit it really hard with a hammer. So this is how they came out. Alright, so now these are getting into the Maximilians. So the leader had changed now. So, of course, your name on the edge there is now Max. I guess I didn't want to try and fit Maximilian. It's a long name. Here is the 71. Now here the design had changed somewhat. Instead of the date being around the rim, now you got it right above the shield. So that was a design change they adopted. But yeah, that's why they refer to the coins as being hand hammered. It was trying to remember the date that the first actual press minted coins were done. It's something I used to know right off the top of my head, but I don't remember it right off. If anybody knows that, throw it in chat. When and where were the first actual press minted coins created? The non-hand hammered ones. That was the 72, by the way. And then here's a 74. And then, of course, because of the way they were made, there's no kind of, exact alignment on these. They can be aligned pretty much any direction. They weren't concerned with such things back then. Lydia, 7th century BC, made minted coins, like actual mechanically minted coins. What they use for power. $75. I'll have to look into that. Because if they figured out a way to do it, I'd be curious to wonder how they did it. The only thing I could think is if they figured out steam, but I don't think anybody was even using steam for compression back that far back. So 75, 76, and 77, there was 3 of them. 15th to 16th century. That sounds more right. So here's the other 75. I just dropped it. Get back here. Either the French or the English. And then here's the 76s. Well, yeah, but that was they were still hand hammered though. I'm talking about when it went away from somebody hitting it with a hammer to becoming just machine pressed, like we do modern day. But yeah, they still refer to them as mints. But the machine pressing, that didn't happen till much later when technology came around to do it. And then here's the 77s. Oh, here's the other 77. And that one is in fantastic condition. Check that out. It's like me and Angela were having a discussion the other day on, like, do these technically qualify as ancient coins, or would these be like antique coins? Or would they just be vintage? Or is 1500s old enough to actually qualify as an ancient? I know 1200 qualifies as an ancient because the 1200s Byzantine coins are classified as being ancients. So that's the 78. And the last one, the 79. Yeah, I know the Greeks were the first ones to ever make coins. They started it off. Well, technically it was Ionia. So that was before it was technically Greece, but same place. It's like the Ionia staters and stuff. Those were the first coins ever made by humans in 650 BC. That's why I like the stater so much, because that is the very, very beginning of the coin hobby. When you get past that, you start getting into like dolphin cash. So there you go. 16th century Hungarian silver dinars. For a bunch of years. Very, very cool coins. What do you guys think? You like them? I think they're cool. Very nice. Ooh, let me show you one more cool thing. While we're just looking at cool stuff. It's one of the ancients that's also on the list this week. But it's very rare you ever get ancients looking as good as this. So that I can find them and dig them out. Where are you? There you are. Siren Silver Stash. Yeah, check this out. So, this is a great. This was graded by Rick. It's a Eastern Roman, 364 to 378, bronze fullis, Emperor Valens. Extremely fine. Check that out. It's not often you see ancients look that good. This might actually be grade worthy for people that like getting graded. That is freaking cool. This was from the Sicily Mint. SIS. That's awesome. Here's the other one from this week's list if anybody wanted to see it. This is the one from Greece. This one is 85 to 65 BC Sinope. Paphlagonia. AE20. Greeks have some interesting designs. Yeah, same. Again, like I said, I've never been hung up on the grading thing. I actually prefer my coins to be raw. Oh yeah, those are awesome. If you missed the beginning, Sire, make sure you watch it in the replay. Check out all the Hungarian Dinars. Show you some of the ones I'm working on right now. These are as of yet to be identified coins that I'm working on. So, I know this one's Byzantine, but I need to lock down a range of when this one's from. But that's a Byzantine coin. So that one's going to be somewhere between 400 and 1200 AD. Same with this one. I'm almost positive this one's Byzantine as well. It just looks Byzantine. But some of these, you know, they have very little left, and you got to try and determine from that little bit what they are. And then these are all, I'm pretty sure, Rome's that I'm working on. You know, and they had off-center strikes just like we have today. You know, they put the thing in the wrong spot on the glob and it turns out like this. So that would be considered an off-center strike for ancients. But as long as the weight was right, that's all they cared about, really. You know, some of this has, you know, it's like it's got some of the text still, but you got to make out what you can from it and then go from there. Like that one, you know, that's got the Sicily Mint. That's SIS. So this one was from Sicily. That's that same reverse that the Valens had. So it's just a matter of figuring out who the emperor is on this one. You know what? Actually, this might be a Valen too. Hang on. I might have just figured this one out. Let's do that Valen again. Yep, that's a Valen. Nice. Cindy says hi.
Hi.
Got one of them figured out. So yeah, this one is from my stack is also a Valen. Let me label this thing real quick. Now that I know. Where'd my pen go? There it is. Alright, so that is 364 to 378 AD Rome. Bronze Fullis. Valen. Sicily Mint. Cool beans. And that one would be it'd be like a fine. Yeah. Cool beans. One less to figure out. And then I got this one that I'm working on. It's got the, I believe, the two soldiers on the reverse, or it could be priests as well. That one's gonna be rough to figure out. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Just depends on what's left. And then this one. So this one you got this one's an emperor. Because that's the spiked crown. So this is going to be one of the rulers from Imperial Egypt. What do you guys think? What do you think that says? Yeah, so that's Imperial. At first, I thought this might have been Octavius, but I wasn't quite right for it. So yeah, I'll have to figure that one out. You can find pictures of them of some of the best ones, the best examples that they found that looked like they were made yesterday. They're out there. And that one, much better example of that reverse. But typically their name is running right along their head right here on most of them. And then this is the last one I'm working on right now. This one's a bigger one. By the design, it's still looking grease. Or not Greece, but Rome. Somebody with a big head. So yeah. Like I said, these things sometimes can take quite a while to get figured out. So dim's all the ones I'm working on. At least now there's one less. Yeah, he definitely had a big head. So that's 7 ancient coins right now that I've got to get figured out. Ew, you guys want to see something really cool? Of course you do. You guys love coins. So this one is not available right now. I'm actually waiting to find out if somebody is grabbing this or not. So, but I can still show it to you guys. I gotta switch cameras though. Yeah, I have this on consignment from Rick right now. For possibly Ramon. I'm just waiting for him to confirm if he's taking it or not. Check that out. Let's get this closer. Capped bust. 1834. Overton 115. So I'm waiting for Ramon to let me know if for sure if he's taking it or not. He says he wants it. So he's just got to see if he can finagle it. If not, if he ends up saying he can't take it and one of you guys want it, it's going to be $400. So less than what Rick was charging on eBay for it. That's pretty. I am so jealous of Ramon's collection. I cannot even tell you. Especially considering that my Ancients collection is part of his collection. Someday I'll get the money. I'm going to buy all those back from him. He said he'll sell them back to me if I ever want to. I miss my coins. I miss my Greek tetradrachm. And my Sasanian Kings coins. Yeah, if he doesn't take it, we'd be able to break it up into 2 payments. But it is unavailable until he answers. And if he takes it, obviously it stays unavailable. If not, I'll let you guys know. Hey, Rich. Haven't seen you in ages. How you been? That he does. Yeah, Bo, I was hoping your brother would have been on. Because he asked me for photos of a couple of the coins. I told him if he'd make it on, I'd just show them to him on camera. From this week's list. Oh, Greg, let me show you that little clippy thing you got.
Clippy thingy? What clippy thingy?
It's a money clip.
Oh!
Made out of a walking liberty.
Like clippy thingy.
So now you can actually see what you bought, Greg. That the walking liberty that was turned into a money clip. That's it. 1944 Walking Liberty. Rick said he thinks the actual clip is sterling silver too, but he could not confirm it. And he didn't feel like taking out his tester to check. So, possibility the clip itself might be sterling silver as well. But you'll have to test it if you want to know. So, that's your new money clip. Hey, NC Prospectors.
Did you let them know when the thing...
Not yet. I told them I'm going to.
You should.
Oh, so the actual official date that we're going to be filming the interview with Rick is going to be Wednesday, March 23rd. We're going to meet him at his shop, and then after he closes for business for the day, then we're going to do the interview. The main topic of the discussion for the first part is going to be basically the coin collecting hobby post-COVID. You know, what effects COVID had on the hobby. And then, of course, after that, we'll go into the Q&A.
We only have 12 questions.
Yeah, we have 12 questions right now. 2 from Aaron, 10 from Bo. And Bo said he was probably going to send more. So that's when you need to get your questions submitted by.
You need to do it before that date.
Yeah, do it before that so we have time to get them all together and print it out so we can take them. Again, if you have questions about a specific coin that you have, you can ask him questions about a specific coin. You just need to email us the question and crystal clear pictures of that coin so that Rick can look at the coin and answer your question. Yeah, definitely. And then we'll be doing at the end of it, at the very end is when he'll be drawing the name for the giveaway. And for anybody who hasn't heard about it yet, the giveaway is going to be, we are giving away a set of his books that he wrote that has all of his knowledge of Flying Eagle and Indian cents in them. It's a $140 value, 2-book set. And it will teach you anything and everything to ever look for on a Flying Eagle and an Indian cent. And they are already autographed by him. You do, again, have to be subscribed to our channel to qualify. So you have to make sure that your channel is showing who you're subscribed to, because we will check and confirm it. And anybody who submits a question or purchases something from one of our sales up until that time will be entered into the giveaway. And then Rick will be drawing a name. So if you haven't submitted a question yet and you haven't bought anything from us since I think the first week in January is when we first announced it.
Yeah.
Then make sure you either submit a question or pick something up. Or both.
Preferably both. That way we have lots of questions for Rick. Yes, you are great.
Am you in? I don't know. Do you deserve to be in?
Yes, Greg.
At the rate things in the world are going, you don't deserve anything. Some people starting to think that this whole Ukraine situation is going to end up being the launching point of World War III.
It's a different story.
By the way, if anybody's wondering why I have the Ukrainian flag as my little picture today, it's because I am a supporter of Ukraine, and I have friends in Ukraine. And I'm a little worried about them because I haven't heard anything from them for
3 days.
3 or 4 days.
3 days.
So I'm hoping they're not dead. And considering Russia now is basically bombing the crap out of all civilian targets as well, because they're pretty much switched to a scorched earth policy, I am worried about them. But that's enough on that subject. But alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the little show and tell. If you're on the mailing list, make sure you check your email because the lot list is out. Have a look. Dude, they're bombing everything. It's getting ridiculous. It's sad when you see you see the video and the photos coming out of there, and you see entire streets of apartment complexes that are completely just totally trashed and destroyed. And you hear the stories, it's like one of the latest stories of a 16-year-old boy that was killed when a bomb hit a football field that he was in. So I have anybody who's got me as a friend on Facebook, if you saw the post I put on there this morning. I tried to keep it toned down, but oh yeah, I saw that video. Amazingly, he survived. And then the youngest confirmed civilian casualty from Russian bombs is they know for sure is a 14-month-old was killed.
Which is sad.
And then the freaking idiots decided that bombing a freaking nuclear power plant was a good idea.
Right?
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, it is. That's why we do it when we are fighting other people. I hope it stops soon too, but I don't think it's going to. Oh, same here. I've had the news feeds and the live cams up pretty much constantly. Every time they show any of like the, people walking on the streets or any of the refugee camps or anything, I'm always looking for my friends to see if I see them in there. No, now they are again because they took Chernobyl back. They have control of it again. Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I saw that. There's just certain things you don't shoot bombs at.
That's one of them.
Duh. If you wanted to take it, it's like, come on. They're nuclear scientists. How much of a freaking fight are they going to put up? Just send ground troops in. Don't shoot bombs at it. Amazingly, there was no accidents with it. Amazingly. Even all the nuclear experts that have helped design and build these things have said, yeah, it can probably withstand a plane crashing into it, but they're not designed to withstand bombs.
Elon Musk put the thing up.
Yeah, Elon Musk activated the Ukrainian Starling network. So everybody in Ukraine can connect through Starlink. And I don't think he's even charging them for them right now. I think it's
he's not.
I think it's a free connection right now.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Everybody have a great day. Hope you enjoyed seeing the pretty shinies. Yeah, they don't like earthquakes. Or as we know from Fukushima, they don't like water either.
They don't like tsunamis.
Yeah, tsunamis don't work for nuclear power plants. Especially when you put the shutoff valve or the emergency shutoff valve in the basement. But, all right. We will see everybody on Monday.
Bye, guys.